Do I have this thing on? What's up, everybody? Is this on? Oh, it is. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. It's hot in here, girl. What is going on? Gotta make sure my nose is clean, girl. Yeah, I was just down to the blogs. I gotta run an air.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
And so I was like, let me take y'all with me real quick. So we're not gonna be long. Yeah, we're not gonna be that long. But anyways, so oh my God, lady, you're gonna have to go. Oh my God. Girl. So, you know who tWitch is, the one who died by suicide. He he was married with children, he was the DJ. You probably first met him on So You Think You Can Dance. But then he went on, and like one of the last things that we know is that he worked at Ellen. I think he was an executive producer. He did something over there at Ellen. He ended up there. And then him and his wife, they did TikToks and stuff like that. She dances as well. And then he, died by suicide. And I guess she's been talking more recently about her experience. And one of the things that she's been talking about, or that she talked about while she's sharing her story and her experience with this man, she hasn't said anything negative about him at all. But that when she was preparing for his funeral, that she found drugs and things, some things she couldn't even pronounce. She had to look it up on the internet. She, of course, went through his journals, and he had been abused like a lot of men, boys to men are, and they never share it with anyone. They never tell anyone, but he was abused. I think sexually abused by a man, and, kept that with him until his death, until somebody went into his journals. His wife went into his journals. And so Candace Dillard Bassett, who we know from Real Housewives of Slatomic, got on the internet and made a statement about what she said. And Candace, I'm going to wait until I get to a stop. I feel like Candace was off. I feel like Candace was way off with this one, and it's a little weird, considering the way her family dynamic is. We know that Candace is in an interracial marriage, has an interracial child, and I just thought her tweet was a little off. She said, I'm not even going to say it, but this white woman is doing everything but protecting her black children and her black husband's legacy. She couldn't even keep this. She could have kept this in her therapist's office. What? I want to hear. Let's see if they have a here she goes.
We were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in the closet that I did not know existed. And it was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue. So it was a really scary moment in my life to figure that out. But it also helped me process that he was going through so much. And he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that. And he was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone. Because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain. But it was very alarming and scary to find those things and have never known. A moment, I was with one of my really dear friends, and
she said she found stuff about drugs she had to look up, girl. And he basically, and to me, I feel like Candace is just way off. This thing First of all, his race is not a factor. Protecting this thing where y'all want to protect these men and their legacy in their death, instead of telling the truth about who they were and what they were dealing with. I feel like that's her story. She was his wife, his partner at the time. Nothing she's saying, nothing she said, even if she came out and said he was abusive to her, I still would feel the same way. She hasn't said anything negative about him. She said I was his wife and he was going through things. I had no clue what he was going through, and he was self-medicating. And I was the closest person to him and did not know about it. I feel like Candace, I feel like those dog whistles, that black man and his black children. And it's a little weird because you have biracial children, Candace. What are you going to do when your child, you have a biracial child. What are you going to do when your child grows up and says, please stop calling me black, I'm white too? What are you going to do? Because that's weird. I think it's even so weird for her to even take that position and then to do those dog whistles. That black, who cares what his race or ethnicity was? This was a man who was obviously struggling, and people struggle, doesn't matter what their race or ethnicity is. They struggle with their mental health, and they struggle with the shame of being assaulted as children, and they don't tell anybody. A lot of men are dealing with those types of things. So I think it's actually beneficial for her to shed some light that, one, as a partner, I was so close to this man and still did not know what the F he was going through. Number one. Number two, he was coping by using drugs. And how do other people cope? Eat, shop, drugs, sex. How do people cope? Right? With the shame of things that have happened in their lives. They even are in partnerships and the partner have no clue about it. This thing where she had to dog whistle black this and black that, it doesn't even make it seem like I think his cousin was on Twitter and was like, she's trying to make him seem like a junkie. And I'm like, it doesn't even sound like that. Not to me. It sounds like she's a woman saying, I was in a relationship with a man. He died by suicide. When I was going through his stuff to get his clothes together, I found out he was dealing with a lot of shit I had no clue about. I just feel like I feel like you were way off with that one, Pooh. I feel like it. And then what legacy did Twitch have to where in his death, his wife can't talk about the things that he was dealing with that she found in his journal? Do you understand? I don't know. I feel like Candace was off. What do y'all think? I don't feel like she said anything that was harmful or damaging or disparaging. I don't know. I feel like Candace is off with that. And it's a real odd position to take, to keep mentioning his race and then his children and then her race. That white woman is not protecting that black man and his black children.
Girl, stop.
And girl, what? To me, what she said there was nothing wrong. Y'all let me know what you think. What you think with what Twitch's widow said. I feel like Candace was off with that one. And then she said, black men deal with stereotypes around mental health, drug use, alcohol abuse, etc., and are stigmatized far more greatly of any. I don't understand. It's weird. But there's an example of a black woman married to a white man and still advocating for black men. There's an example right there. But I feel like this advocacy is I don't know, it's a little weird to me. Y'all let me know what you think about what Candace said. I thought it was weird. I'm like, girl, it's not even about race. One is not even a factor in his mental health. People, it doesn't matter. Mental health affects, it doesn't matter who the host is. Mental health affects all people. The stigma and the stereotype of not wanting to talk about their mental health and trying to hide it because you feel like it's a damage to their reputation or to their image, That's a problem. You wanting to mask what was really happening in this man's life for the sake of his image is the problem, Candace. I feel like that's more of a detriment to what was happening with Twitch than his wife actually coming out and saying, and his partner coming out and saying, hey, this is what was going on with him. I didn't have any idea. He obviously was coping and dealing with something that I had no clue. And how many people can say that about their partners, about their loved ones? I had no clue what they were going through. You understand what I'm saying? I just feel like Candace was way off with that. She had some other tweets. She said, of course, I can't really read them. I'm on the highway of love in my pink Cadillac. I'm riding on the freeway of love in my pink Cadillac. Right. I just feel like she was off. But it's just an example that you can be partnered with a non-Black person and still advocate for Black people. And there's Candace demonstrating that. I just feel like it was off. She didn't hit the mark with this one. Because I don't feel like in this case, it's not like that white woman, that was his wife. Okay. Don't y'all put value in that? I guess not. That was his wife. She didn't say anything disparaging. She didn't say anything that would make you look at Twitch any different. It didn't sound like she said he was a junkie. It sounded like she said he was using drugs to cope with whatever I read in his journal. This was probably the reason why he was doing these drugs. You know? So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. That's really all I had. Because I said something to Candace on Twitter, like it doesn't have anything to do. One doesn't have anything to do with the other. These dog whistles. But she went on to explain, I guess, why she felt that way. But I just don't feel like I didn't watch. All I saw was the clip of her and read. I think it was on People Magazine. Read what she was saying in the interview. I didn't actually see the interview. I just saw this clip. So y'all let me know what you think about it, because I'm like, I don't know, Candace. Let me know what y'all think. Anyways, I'm about to get off the highway, and I'm really close to my destination, and that's really all I wanted to talk about, was that. I really wanted to read some of the comments. If I have a little time before, I don't think I do, but maybe we'll come back and read some comments later. All right, y'all, take care of each other. Let me know what you think about Candace. Oh, I'm at a red light. Let's see what she said. She could have just taken this story to Essence or Ebony. What would Essence or Ebony have done differently than People? She going to her people, girl. Why would she go to Ebony or Essence? She going to her people. I think she did I think it was People Magazine that she did the interview with. I don't know. Candace was off. Where care would have been taken to protect his image, where care would have been taken to share with that such a tragically intimate story of a Black man's plight against himself. Oh my God, Candace. Girl. Well, there's your example, y'all. It's really the example for me. You can be interracial and still want to protect the image of Black men. Girl. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.